So I know I've not been uploading as many videos as I normally do, and part of that is because I have just been really sick, and I'm sure you can hear it in my voice. I'm still really hoarse, and then my kids have just been really needy, and I've just been really busy with my kids. I did buy more shelving, as you can see, because my shelves were completely packed. And I actually had some orders come in, and so that's actually, I'm gonna go do a quick unboxing with you guys really quick, and so we can go through and see what I bought, and then I'm just going to show you some other stuff that I have just been picking up, because we know that I am an impulse buyer, and that every time I go into Walmart, I don't know about you guys, but every time I go into Walmart, I tend to be somebody who picks stuff off the shelves. I cannot go into Walmart and avoid the book aisle, and if I go down there, I will not walk away without a book. I don't know about you guys, but if I go down there, I'm picking up a book. It is what it is. So I'm going to show you some of the stuff that I bought recently, and you'll have to let me know if you read it and if you haven't. So let's go ahead and I'll let you guys see what I bought recently. So my first order is from Barnes & Noble. So I'm going to show you guys what I got from them first. The first thing I did is I did grab this book. I do not own the entire series of this one. This is like one of my favorite series. If anybody knows me, I love the From Blood and Ash and the Fire and the Flesh series, and I do not own all the books from that series, and I love these covers, and so I am trying to slowly go back and get them. What else I got from Barnes & Noble was the other two books in this series, Kingdom of the Wicked. I already had book 1, but I did want to get the other two books in the series that had the sprayed edges that were the Barnes & Noble edition, because I am very big on having things match. I don't know why, but I am very big on things have to match for me. And so that is what I got from Barnes & Noble. Not a very big order from them. They tend to be a little bit higher in prices. So I admit it, where I have 4 kids, I tend to buy a little more on the budget-friendly side. And so I don't order a whole lot from Barnes & Noble. If I do, it's usually things like this. It is going to be specialty items specifically from them. And so the next box I had come in was Books Outlet. Sorry if you hear the dogs coming in and out. or my camera moves. I actually have a doggy door, and so my dogs are coming in and out. So if you hear a little pitter patter of feet, you can hear my dogs running in and out on the little hard floor, and that is my dogs coming in and out of the doggy door. So sorry if you hear that. I do have 5 dogs. So what I was most excited in this entire order was the rest of the Tate James series. I did have book 1, so I wanted to make sure to get these other books. If you have not noticed from my last opening, I tend to buy the entire series before I read it, and that is because I live somewhere very rural. I live in a Colorado mountain town, and because of that, I have Walmart or a itty-bitty bookstore, and those are my only choices, or I wait until Amazon ships it. And where I live, there is no 2-day shipping. Like, I could overnight it, but it's going to cost me an arm and a leg, and I don't want to do that. So I buy the entire series and hope for the best. What else I ordered in this one was a spell shop. I don't really remember why I wanted this one. I just remember it was on my wish list for Amazon, and I tend to just, when I put in orders for things, I'm like, oh, this was on my wish list. And I don't remember why I add things on my wish list. Like, I have so many books that I want to read, and I know you guys are probably the same way. When it gets added to my wish list, I put it on there for a reason. I don't remember, and I add so many things onto my TBR. If it's on my wish list, I put it on there because it sounded interesting or it sounded good, and once it's on there, it's on there. The next book in this box was How to Make Friends in the Dark. This one is actually not even for me. This is for my daughter. This is a series she's into, so this book is not even mine. This one is my daughter's. This is the last book in the series that she needed, and she has the entire series of this, and she loves the series, so this is one for her. The last 2 books in this box that I ordered were these 2 books by C.L. Wilson. The reason I had ordered these 2 books is because I had actually won book 3 off of Goodreads, and so obviously I needed the other 2 books prior to this. I did not go ahead. It is a longer than 3 book series, but I did not order the entire book series because I don't think they had the entire series. That's why I did not order the other ones. That is what is in the book outlet. The books look pretty decent to me. They're all in good condition. Yes, there's marker on them and whatnot. I don't care. I'm not picky. As long as the spines aren't broken, I'm happy. That's the only thing I care about. That's everything that came in the mail today, but that is not everything that I have bought in the last week and a half, 2 weeks. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what I have bought in the last 2 weeks as well. Just ordering off of Amazon. I thought I lost all self-control. There's just no other. I lost self-control and thought, oh, I have a new shelf. And so now my shelf is going to end up full. But that just means I can buy another shelf and more books, right? So I'll show you what else I've got recently. So I'm pretty sure this is everything I bought recently, but I'm not 100% sure. but we're gonna say it is. I have not read any of these. I'm just gonna throw this out there. I bought this one, Ruthless Creatures. I did buy book 1. I did not buy book 2 yet, but I really like this author. So I loved Pen Pal, so I was like, why not? Let's give it a try. Yes, my dog's shaking my camera as he walks by. He's a big old German Shepherd, so he's like, I'm gonna walk as close to the tripod as possible and see if I can make it shake. I'm trying to get this entire series as it comes in. I have them on pre-order, so they're slowly coming in through Amazon. I saw this one at Walmart. I love H.D. Carlton. I picked it up and said, yes, why not? This one is book 2. I have not read book 1 yet. I was getting ready to read book 1, and then I saw book 2 was coming out, and in my brain I reasoned I cannot start book 1 if book 2 was coming out soon. So of course I waited, and now I have book 2. So I've seen people talk about it. We know I love spicy books. I actually do not own anything by Ali Hazelwood. I've actually only read a holiday novella by Ali Hazelwood. That's the only book I've ever read by Ali Hazelwood. So this will be interesting for me. I'm excited. And we all know I know I'm gonna end up pairing it with the audiobook. If it's not on KU and I can find it on the library, that is actually what I'm going to do if I can, and try not to use credits. So remember, if you guys can find them on KU, do it that way. If not, check your library. Don't always use your credits if you don't have to. I have seen so many people talking about this one. So, and of course it's a sprayed edge. I am a sucker for sprayed edges. I know everybody's like, oh, sprayed edges are burned out, and they're not big fans of sprayed edges. I'm a sucker for sprayed edges. As most of you know, I used to have all my sprayed edges turned out. I had somebody comment in my household, I won't mention who. You remember we talked about this. I have teenagers, so I have 3 teenagers and 2 are boys, and they made fun of my rainbow shelves. So I turned my books back around because they were teasing me about my rainbow shelves. But I love sprayed edges. I would be content if every book I owned had sprayed edges, and I would be content if all of my shelves were just a bunch of rainbow sprayed edges. But that is me. And I love when they obviously have more than just sprayed edges. But this one, I remember, I really don't know much about this. I remember that I was debated signing up for the ARC when this one came through. I do a lot of ARC reading for the Nerd Fam, and I remember when this one was through the Nerd Fam, I didn't sign up for it, so I know that it was a romantasy. So I know it's a romantasy, and it's got really pretty edges. So that's all I know about it, is that it's a romantasy and it's got really pretty edges. So that was all it took for me to buy it. Yes, that's all it takes. Never have read this one. I do like Katie Robert, so I was like, why not? Sprayed edges, again, that's all it takes for me. Really pretty. And it's got the ribbon. I did have to order this one on Amazon because I went into my Walmart like a ton, and my Walmart did not have it. I live rural, so if my Walmart doesn't have it, my Walmart doesn't have it. I did buy this one. As you know, I did get book 2 in a PR package from Entangled Publishing, and so when I saw that, I fell in love with that book. That book is gorgeous, by the way. It's on my shelf over there. That book is absolutely gorgeous. Oh, look at how pretty. Like, I really can't see it that far away, but like, look at those edges. I'm sorry. Those are gorgeous. These books are gorgeous. So that's all it took. Book 2 came in the mail, and I had to buy it. I read Wild Love. I had it sitting on my shelf forever, and everybody's like, it's so good. And then I kept hearing the audio clips of Wild Eyes, and I'm like, oh my god, this is so funny. And I love Teddy Hamilton, and his voice makes me swoon, and so I'm just like, I really like his voice. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna finally read Wild Love, and so then I can finally listen to Wild Eyes because I really like the audio clip of it. I devoured Wild Love in one day, and I loved it. It was so good. So I went out and bought Wild Eyes, and I actually already have the audiobook of it now, so I just need to find the time to read it and endless TBR. This one is one I ordered off the TikTok shop because I actually love this author. He is a really great person. He's really nice to talk to. He's sweet. And, you know, I read one of his monster romances. It made me laugh. It was a rom-com. It was so cute, and it was awesome. So when I keep seeing people talking about this one, and it's supposed to be really emotional and whatnot, so I love it. And let's be honest, the cover is beautiful. Now look at this, look at this. Look at this. Let's see if I can make it work though. I'm not very good at this thing. So it says death, and then it's supposed to say life, and then death, like that. See? Anyway, so gorgeous book itself. So I was like, and the story is supposed to be really good. And so I was like, I'm gonna purchase it. No, this is what I have bought recently. I know it's an insane amount. And if you've read any of these, if you loved them, if you haven't loved them, let me know in the comments. I'm curious to see what you guys think.